Atheist Roundtable, a gathering place for rational people.
Funny pictures and videos.
Profound atheist quotes.
The religious going crazy.
The latest news.
World domination.
Casual discussions.
Baby eating.
The ultimate forum for a lively dialogue. Come join the fun at atheistroundtable.com.
Greetings, Infidels. This is Zonstar, reporting for Atheism TV. For those of you who want to see my own views on news, politics, religion, and more, go to the Zonstar channel. For those of you looking for news about atheism, keep it right here on Atheism TV. An article in the Foreign Policy magazine ignites controversy. An article in the May-June issue of Foreign Policy magazine titled "Why Do They Hate Us?" has stirred controversy among Muslims around the world. The author expresses a stinging indictment of Middle Eastern culture, which she blames for the oppression and abuse of women. Mona El-Tahawi, the feminist author who emigrated from Egypt to America, is a freelance journalist based in New York. She was arrested in November 2011 while protesting in Cairo's Tahrir Square. She reported being blindfolded, sexually assaulted, and having her hands broken during her 12-hour imprisonment. In her article, Mrs. El-Tahawi argues that Muslim men have a culturally and religiously motivated hatred of women. She cites many practices and customs among the grievances of Muslim women. Here are a few she mentioned: female circumcision, also known as female genital mutilation, virginity tests, physical abuse, child marriage, condemnation of rape victims, inability to drive, and inability to vote. The article has stirred controversy among Muslims, especially feminists. Some of the Muslims vilify her for pandering to American prejudice, while others praise her for focusing public attention on these vital issues. Most feminists, both fans and detractors, applaud Mrs. El-Tahawi's for one positive result. Most people, including Muslim men, are now talking about women's issues. 3 former Iowa Supreme Court justices are honored. 3 former Iowa Supreme Court justices, Marsha Turnus, Michael Straight, and David Baker, have been awarded the John F. Kennedy Profiles in Courage Award. The 3 judges received the recognition for the political and professional courage they displayed when they participated in the unanimous decision by Iowa's 7-member Supreme Court. They upheld a lower court ruling rejecting a state law that restricted marriage to a union between a man and a woman. Their April 2009 decision led to Iowa becoming the 3rd state in the union to legalize same-sex marriage. The 3 were singled out for the award because, as a result of their decision to uphold the law and the Constitution, they were targeted by several right-wing groups, including Focus on the Family, the Family Research Council, and the National Organization for Marriage, for failing to uphold the family values which matter to the people of Iowa, and as a consequence lost their seats in a retention vote in 2010. North Carolina takes another step backwards. North Carolina voters recently passed Amendment 1, a bill which amends their state constitution to narrowly define marriage as being between one man and one woman, and which broadly declares that civil marriages will not be recognized in their state. The measure was championed by most North Carolinian religious institutions, and especially so in black churches. However, one minister was very clear about his opposition, and even said so from the pulpit on the Sunday before the vote. Reverend Dr. William J. Barber II is not only an ordained minister, but also the president of North Carolina's chapter of the NAACP. In his sermon, he said, "However you feel about same-sex marriage, religiously or personally or morally, you can be for it or against it, but you should always be against division and hatred and discrimination being written into the Constitution." Noting that the majority shouldn't even be given the option to decide the rights of the minority at the ballot box, Reverend Barber added that the question should have been all along, do you believe we should codify and vote on discrimination and hate and religion in the Constitution? Not how do you feel about same-sex marriage?